Hello everyone, hope you understand the problems well, and I think you have been doing well in case of coordinate geometry from the beginning. And this is the last lecture of locus. Right from next lecture, we'll be going with another topic, that is transformation of axis, and we'll be entering into straight lines. Okay, then means once we enter into straight lines, the topics what we have been discussing from the beginning, like fundamentals of 2D and locus transformation of axis, will be useful. One thing I can tell you, so far what concepts we have been discussing, they are just basics only. Okay, all these will be useful for you most in straight lines and the connected topics of pair of straight lines, like other topics of second year circles, conic sections and all. Okay, so that's the reason. Yeah, let's go with the next problem, even in the today's lecture also. The coordinates of the points. The coordinates of the points A and B are A comma 0 and minus A comma 0. A comma 0 and minus A comma 0 respectively. If a point P moves, if a point P moves so that PA square minus PB square is equal to 2K square. 2K square, where K is a constant, where K is a constant, then the equation to the locus of the point P. Then the equation to the locus of the point P. Then the equation to the locus of the point P. Here we have the option something like 2ax plus k square, 2ax minus k square, equal to 0, 2ax minus k square equal to 0, ax plus 2k square is equal to 0, ax minus 2k square equal to 0. Ax minus 2k square is equal to 0. Let's see what is the given geometrical condition and the points A and B, A0, B minus A0, and this is a given geometrical condition. So PA square nothing but the distance between the point locus what we are taking, let's say h comma k, the distance between these two and its square, so there won't be square root in the function what we are going to take, so that you will be getting h minus a whole square plus k minus 0 whole square, that is k square, minus pb square, h minus of minus a, h plus a whole square plus k minus 0 whole square, that is k square, is equal to 2k square. Let's do one thing. Here we'll take x comma y itself, because already in the problem k is there, so that we may come across confusion. This is another important area what we have to notice. Already in the problem 2k square is involved, so that I am taking locus as x comma y. Otherwise x1 y1 you can take. Generally we are taking h comma k, but here since already k existed in the given problem, we are not going for that. Then what will we get? X minus a whole square plus y minus 0 whole square, that is y square, minus x plus a whole square plus y square is equal to k square. Yeah. Here we have, see, instead of expansion of everything, you can simplify, simply brain calculation. That here plus y square and minus y square gets cancelled because minus into plus minus. Here we have x minus a whole square minus x plus a whole square. X minus a whole square minus x plus a whole square. Okay, so that thing we can write like this: x plus a whole square minus x minus a whole square is equal to minus k square. Can I write? Multiplying by minus both the sides. A plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square. What is a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square? 4ab. A plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square is 2 times of a square plus b square. But a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square is 4ab. Nothing but you will be getting 4ax. 4ax. Sorry, here we have 2k square. So here also minus 2k square. Yeah, 4ax is equal to minus 2k square. 2 times gets cancelled. 2ax is equal to minus k square. Transpose left side. So that you will be getting 2ax plus k square is equal to 0. Here we have 2k square in the problem. Okay. Listen carefully. The given geometrical condition is pa square minus pb square is equal to 2k square. Initially I took h comma k as we have been doing in the routine manner, but I eliminated it because in the problem itself there is k. So the calculation goes wrong. That's the reason taking the locus as some x comma y and applied this geometrical condition, so that I obtained 2ax plus k square is equal to 0. So our option is 1. Hope you understand. Yeah, let's go with the next problem. Write down. If p 0 comma 1, if p 0 comma 1, q 0 comma minus 1, zero comma minus 1, and r 0 comma 2, r 0 comma 2, then the locus of the point S, such that sq square plus sr square is equal to 2sp square. Sq square plus sr square is equal to 2sp square. I suggest you to write options here because you have to think properly after getting the answer. First option, please make a note, I am not writing on the board. Straight line parallel to x-axis. Straight line parallel to x-axis. Second option, circle with center 0 comma 0. Circle with center 0 comma 0. Third option, circle through 0 comma 0. What is the difference you get between second option and third option? In the second option, 0 comma 0 is the center of the circle, but in the third option, a circle which is passing through 0 comma 0. That's the difference. In the fourth option, straight line parallel to y-axis. Straight line parallel to y-axis. So first let's analyze option 1 and 4, because you should understand that we have learnt in coordinate geometry also. Option 1 speaks here straight line parallel to x-axis. Means whenever you have the straight line parallel to x-axis, that line is passing through y. That means that line we are taking as some y is equal to k, or here we will be taking y is equal to minus k. Since it is going to pass through the y-axis, certain value. And the fourth option we have straight line parallel to y-axis. Means like this. When straight line is parallel to y-axis, that is going to cross the x-axis at some point k, so that this line we take some x equal to k or x equal to minus k. Hope you understand. So if you get any of these formats, we have to consider this. And second and third options, there is no confusion at all. Okay, let us see what is the given geometrical condition. Sq square plus sr square is equal to 2sp square. Here we are talking about S be the locus. Fine. S I am taking some x comma y or h comma k also you can take here, not an issue. You can take any, see don't get confusion. Sorry speaking that once you take x comma y or once you take h comma k or once you take x1 y1, not an issue. Your choice. Okay, you can opt any. Don't get confusion for that. S cube square nothing but distance between these two and its square. So x minus 0 whole square, x square, y minus half minus 1 means y plus 1 whole square plus SR square nothing but x minus 0 whole square, x square, and yeah, y minus 2 whole square is equal to 2 times of SP square means distance between these two, x minus 0 whole square, x square plus y minus 1 whole square. Okay, x square plus x square, 2x square, here also we have 2x square gets cancelled. I'm compressing the number of steps here. You have to do in that same method. You have to try, because if you will be keep on writing every step, that is time consuming. X square plus x square, 2x square, here we have x square, 2 times of x square gets eliminated, and here y square, and also in the expansion here we will be getting y square, so here also will be getting y square. So that y square plus y square, 2y square, and this side also you are going to cancel 2y square. Rest terms will write here. What are the rest terms here? 2y plus 1 okay, these 2x square gets cancelled, right hand side and left hand side, and y square also gets cancelled. Okay, and here we have minus 2y, sorry, minus 4y, because 2 into 2 into y plus 4 is equal to 2x square eliminated, y square means 2 into y square eliminated. This expansion will give us y square plus 1 minus 2y. So what are the remaining terms? 2 minus 4y. What are remaining terms here? 2 minus 4y. Minus 4y gets cancelled. Yeah, 4 plus 1, 5. 2y is equal to 2 minus 5. That implies 2y is equal to minus 3. So y is equal to minus 3 by 2. What we are getting here? Y is equal to minus 3 by 2. Means we have got the equation something like y is equal to k. By equation we have got something like y is equal to k. When you have the equation something like y is equal to k, then that line is parallel to x-axis. So according to the options, what is suitable here? Straight line parallel to x-axis. See, here the options are not given directly. Okay, so that's the reason in such kind of areas you should be very careful. Okay, I repeat, here strictly we have applied the distance formula for the given geometrical condition and simplified, and the simplification part I was eliminating some terms directly, because the number of steps will be more otherwise. So that we have got here y square plus 1 plus 2y, so 2y plus 1, and x square already gets cancelled with right hand side and left hand side, and y square plus 4, okay, minus 4y, so this side 2 into 1 and 2 into minus 4y, these two gets cancelled. 2y plus 5 is equal to 2, 2y is equal to 2 minus 5, 2y is equal to minus 3, y is equal to minus 3 by 2. Means it is in the form of y is equal to k, so that the line is going to parallel to x-axis. So according to options, our suitable option is 1. Got? Okay, let's go ahead. Next problem, please write down the locus of the point. The locus of the point a plus bt comma b minus a by t. B minus a by t is, here we have option 1, x minus a into y minus b plus ab equal to 0, x minus a into y minus b equal to 0, x minus a into y minus b equal to ab, And the fourth option is x minus a into y plus b is equal to ab. X minus a into y plus b is equal to ab. Yeah, let's see. We are talking about locus of the given point. So generally what we do, this type of problem we have done with the trigonometric functions. Okay, but here we have parameter t. Will equate it to some point x comma y. Okay, so x is equal to a plus bt. Therefore, x minus a by b is equal to t. Okay. Otherwise, you just keep it like this. Let us see the possibilities. And y is equal to b minus a by t. If you observe properly, our focus is to eliminate t. We have been discussing from the beginning. When there is a parameter in the given coordinates, that is to be eliminated to get the equation of the locus. So for that, the first equation, I am writing x minus a is equal to bt, and from this I am writing y minus b is equal to minus a by t. Now I want to eliminate t. What should I do in that case? These two equations. Whether by adding can I eliminate t? No. By subtraction? No. By multiplication? Very clearly. What? bt into a minus a by t. T and t gets cancelled. So in that way you have to think. By multiplying the equation 1 and 2, 1 into 2, I will get x minus a into y minus b is equal to bt into minus a by t. So x minus a into y minus b is equal to minus ab. So what is the showable option? Very good, first option. Because here we have x minus a into y minus b plus ab equal to 0. Same. I'm transposing this left hand side, will be getting x minus a into y minus b plus ab is equal to 0. What is there in the problem? Nothing. Just a logical thinking. ఎప్పుడైనా ఇలాంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అంటే పారామీటర్ టీ అని ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయిన ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మీకు కనబడితే ఆ టీని ఎలా ఎలిమినేట్ చేయాలో ఆలోచించండి. అడిషన్ చేస్తే ఎలిమినేట్ చేస్తామా, సబ్ట్రాక్షనా, లేదా మల్టిప్లికేషనా, డివిజనా, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఈజ్ పాసిబుల్. ఓకే, that you have to think logically and you will go ahead. Here on multiplying the two expressions we can eliminate t. That's the reason I have multiplied, so that I got the equation of the locus as x minus a into y minus b plus ab is equal to 0. So the first option we have got here. Fine. Let's go with the next problem. Here I am going to give you one problem as homework. Please do. This type already we have discussed. Vertices of a variable triangular. Vertices of a variable triangular. Vertices of a variable triangular. 3, 4, 5 cos theta, 5 sin theta, 5 sin theta, minus 5 cos theta, 5 sin theta, minus 5 cos theta, where theta belongs to R. Where theta belongs to R. Then find the locus of its orthocenter. We have done a problem like this. I explained also in the previous lecture. Please try it. You are given with the vertices of the triangle in the trigonometric coordinates and asking the locus of the orthocenter. I am not going to give you any hint here because I already told you one problem like this. Please try yourself. I am giving options. Please note down. I am not going to write on the board. X square plus y square, x square plus y square plus 6x plus 8y plus 6x plus 8y minus 25 equal to 0. Minus 25 equal to 0. Option 1 here. X square plus y square plus 6x plus 8y minus 25 equal to 0. And second option, x square plus y square minus 6x minus 8y plus 25 equal to 0. X square plus y square minus 6x minus 8y plus 25 equal to 0. Third option, x square plus y square plus 6x minus 8y minus 25 equal to 0. X square plus y square plus 6x minus 8y minus 25 equal to 0. The fourth option, x square plus y square minus 6x minus 8y minus 25 equal to 0. Minus 6x minus 8y minus 25 equal to 0. So please check and apply the conditions what I have told you earlier and try to get the question. Yeah, please note the next problem. If a comma x1 comma x2 and so on xn and b comma y1 comma y2, xn is not there, b comma y1 comma y2 and so on form two infinite APs. Infinite means unlimited number of terms. Form two infinite APs. APs means arithmetic progressions. Okay, with common difference p and q. With common difference p and q. This AP common difference is p and this AP common difference is q, respectively. Then the locus of p h comma k. Then the locus of p h comma k. Then the locus of p h comma k. When h is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus and so on plus xn by n and k is equal to y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus and so on plus yn by n. We are given with h equal to some expression and y equal to some expression and its h comma k locus we are supposed to calculate. Fine. So how can we, first we are supposed to calculate this, we are supposed to get x1, x2, x3 and so on, then only we can go ahead here. How can we calculate, how can you trace out here? We are given with the common difference of the arithmetic progression. Okay, think logically how to do. The common difference of this AP is P in the sense difference between any two consecutives is P, means x1 minus A is equal to P. That implies x1 is equal to A plus P. Is it? Difference between x1 and A is P, so that x1 I am getting A plus P. And again x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1 also P, because the difference between any two consecutive terms must be P, since P is a common difference here. Okay, that implies x2 is equal to P plus x1. But what is x1? A plus P. So you will be getting A plus P plus P. We are going to get 2P. Similarly, what is x3? A plus 3P. x4? A plus 4P. xn? A plus np. Hope you got it. Difference between these two is P. So difference between these two also must be P. So x1 is A plus P, so that x2 will be A plus 2P, x3 will be A plus 3P, xn will be A plus np. So that logic we are going to apply here. So you are going to get A plus P plus A plus 2P plus and so on A plus np by n. What we have here, A plus A and so on plus A. We are adding A by itself how many times? N times. so that you will be getting Na plus P plus 2P plus 3P plus and so on plus NP. P is the common factor. You will be getting 1 plus 2 plus and so on plus N by N. Be logical here. Na plus, what is sum of first n natural numbers? N into n plus 1 by 2. You might have learned this formula in your schooling in arithmetic progression. Sum of the first n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2. So P into n plus 1 by 2 by n. So here on taking n common factor in the denominator and in the numerator, n gets cancelled. So that finally we will be getting what particular term? A plus P into n plus 1 by 2. What you are going to get? A plus P into n plus 1 by 2. Okay. I am just erasing this part. H is equal to A plus, okay, P into n plus 1 by 2. And coming to y, what is the common difference in case of y? Q. So in the similar manner, y1 will be A plus Q, okay, y2 will be, just a minute, here the terms what are given, okay, b y1 y2 y3, okay. So what will be the first term? Here we have the first term as a plus p, a plus 2p. Here we have the first term as b plus q, okay, b plus 2q, b plus 3q, because the common difference is q here. There the common difference is p, and the first term was a, so that a plus p, a plus 2p. Here b plus q, b plus 2q, b plus 3q, and so on. So what you will get as k is equal to, here instead of a you will be getting b, and instead of p you will be getting q into n plus 1 by 2. Means here we have got h is equal to, what we have got? Just please be online. Yeah. H is equal to a plus p into n plus 1 by 2, and k is equal to b plus q into n plus 1 by 2. Here we are supposed to calculate the locus. What we are going to suppose, we are going to calculate here locus. So how it can, here that locus should not be having the n term, so that I am going to write here h minus a, okay, by p is equal to n plus 1 by 2, and here also we will be getting k minus b by q is equal to n plus 1 by 2. See, both the right hand sides are equal, so that left hand sides also will be equal. So what we are getting the locus? H minus a by p is equal to k minus b by q. Is that h minus a by p is equal to k minus b by q? Otherwise you can write here x minus a by p is equal to y minus p by q. What is the reason? H comma k, when you eliminate, you will be writing in terms of x comma y. So the final equation of the locus is x minus a by p is equal to y minus b by q. On cross product you will be getting the required locus. See how logical the problem here. So please be alert, listen properly. If any confusion you come across in this problem, you can update me. Thank you.